So wonderful. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our Forex Morning Call. It's July, it's 2022, and we have 12th of July. And it's a really sunny day here in my home country. And I hope you're doing good. You had a great night and a lovely start into your own trading business family day. Very important that you always pay attention about your inner freedom, your inner center, especially if you come to the charts in the morning, that you have a free and calm mind, that you can be focused on your rules, sticking to the rules. You see it in my back, stick to the rules all the time, which is most important. Always the same procedure as every day. When you come to the charts, first thought should be, it's a zero-sum game. I need a mathematic edge, and I have to stick to rules. Every time I break the rules, every time I don't follow my plan, is the time where I destroy my account. So trading is pure mathematics. It's a very logical principle. So the moment you follow those rules is the moment you become successful on a long run. With an accident, you can become successful in a short run, but not duplicable and not repeatable, of course not. So we stream this here on YouTube and of course here on Traders Yard. Also, that's the free live trading room, DowHow live trading room, free access. Don't forget to join the rest of the day here in our live trading room. So Alexandro, good morning, and Aurel, good morning. Buenos dias. And of course, Alex, good morning here also on Traders Yard. Okay, so let's see. And first of all, we want to have a look at the risk disclosure. Please be responsible for your own trading, you know, stick to rules, and investment successes as well as profits from the past do not guarantee success in the future. So, you know, this is your own responsibility. Okay, what I want to do today is I want to start with the quote of the day. Quote of the day is written from Michael Covell in his book. And the quote of the day sounds: trend followers always prepare for drawdowns after strong periods of performance. So what's the deeper sense of this quote? It's really simple, because we don't work with 100%. You know, in trading, we work with probabilities. So that means if you have a couple of positive trades and your account is going up, then you must be prepared for the next drawdown. And even 2 or 3 trades in a row, they are not successful, is a kind of drawdown. What you have to pay attention for is that your drawdown is not too deep. As long as the minus trades are based on the market, based on probability and not your own fault. For example, breaking the rules, not following your plan, then it's not a drawdown. A drawdown means you stick to the rules, you follow the plan, but the market decides otherwise. This is a drawdown. But every time you make a mistake, a real mistake, a misdeed, every time you make a misdeed, breaking rules or trading emotionally, those trades are not a part of the drawdowns. A drawdown has a technical basement. and foundation, not a human part. So therefore, if you have a couple of positive trades, please be prepared for the next losses. That's very, very important. And every trend follower knows that after a strong period of very good performance, the next drawdown must become. That's a law of probability. So that's the sense of the quote of the day. Okay, so come to our trades. And first of all, we see here where we are. So that's a DAX 40 in 15 minutes. And you see the point of control is still around about 12,849. So, and I leave this rectangle here that we see the point of control has not changed the last 2 days. So, and you see we have still falling prices. So what's about the trend right now? Now you see I'm again in profit. So what I did, I had 2 trades open. And where is my drawing program? So first of all, that you can repeat my thoughts is, so that was the first point 1, 2, point 2, point 3. So this was my uptrend. So, and the uptrend you see broke here because I was long there and I had my stop loss below the last point 2, because in the second trend arm we have the highest probability for a trend continuation, but it's just probability, not a guarantee. So therefore I have my stop loss there. That was a loss, but at the same time I opened the trade in the in the third trend arm. You see that was the third trend arm here to the short side. So I was prepared for both sides. So while I make here a loss, I made here a lovely profit. So this morning I trailed my stop loss here and I took my money from the desk. But at the same time, I realized I'm still in the fourth trend arm and it's okay to speculate of a trend continuation because there was a new correction. Yeah, and now we see a new trend continuation, and actually I'm a part of it. Yeah, what I have to do is, of course, to trail the stop loss above the last 0.3. Yeah, and if the price is not working for me, I can trail the stop closer and cut a possible loss. And then we will see the market decides what happens next. So that's my DAX 15 minutes trade. So you see it's kind of zero game with this loss, with this profit. I'm okay with it because I don't know which trend will continue. That's very important. Yanis, good morning. Philip, good morning. Thomas, good morning also here on YouTube. Okay, let's come to 4-hourly chart, which is really cool for part-time traders. I guess you can handle the 4-hourly chart. So actually we see that we have still the downtrend. Yeah, and there is actually, yeah, we see also the uptrend, first one, and still second one. So, you know, the second trend arm can continue very high with a high probability, 70%. But also we must realize the downtrend is not broken because there was not a close. That's just spikes. So the downtrend is still valid. Downtrend is still valid. So, and you see the downtrend can also continue if we have more and still and continuing of the weakness in the market. Which means, what does it mean to be weak in the market? That's really simple when we have more sellers than buyers. What's about Dow Jones? Yeah, in Dow Jones, I trailed here my stop loss to make a profit. So the downtrend basically is broken. So, and the long trend is still valid. But I opened the trade here again because I could see I have here 2 balance candles again. So, and that was my signal to trade long again. Stop loss is here, the last 0.3 with a question mark. Yeah, so to cut a possible loss. And now just I'm waiting. I have nothing to do. I have this lovely profit here. And let's see what the market is doing. Actually, we're going deeper in the correction, but the trend basically will break here the last 0.3. Yeah. So what you can do in case you are long also and you want to cut the loss, yeah, of course you can trail the stop loss here and you can get out. But then don't forget, if there will be a new balance candle, don't forget to make a re-entry. Yeah. If you are very, very comfortable with your own money management, then you can leave the stop loss here and can see what happens. What's about Bitcoin? Yeah, I'm waiting for an entry. So basically the downtrend is still valid with the 10th trend arm. Here we go. We have a new uptrend here. And I'm waiting. Yeah, actually my entry stop, my stop buy is here with the last two balance candles. And I'll leave it here for the moment. And I'm just waiting if you see a deep balance candle, and then I trail this entry closer. If you will see a break of the downtrend, of the uptrend, then the downtrend will continue. So it is. Therefore, trend following is a really cool thing. I'll buy Frank. Wonderful. Isaac, good morning here also. Yesterday on Facebook, I read something. So, you know, I lost my challenge in my prop trading in the level number 3. Because trend following means I had really huge open profits, but the small losses brought me to my stop out. So I'm out in the challenge this prop trading challenge in level number 3. But yesterday I started again with a new $10,000 account. Yeah, so that's pure trading. So it was 2 months, and I had the problem that I was in a swinging market, not in a trend market. Yeah, and this is for trend following, you need much time. You need 1 year or more to bring the accounts into the profit if you stick to the rules, by the way. So I'm not afraid about this. Yeah, you can blame me if you want. But everybody who's blaming me, nah, you lost the challenge, I say, okay, make it better. So show me what you can. Yeah, it's not so much. You can 89 euros, I guess you can open the challenge, or another challenge, 200 euros. You can make this prop trading, so make it better. So therefore, I started again, and let's see how far now I will come. I will adjust my my trade management a little bit about the swinging market for the moment, but let's see. That's cool. So I really talk very frankly about this. So why should I hide my losses? Why should I hide my defeats? Why should I do this? It's a part of trading that you have fails, that you have losses. It's a part of the game that you lose a war, that you lose the fight. Yeah, but that does not mean that I lose the whole war. Of course not. Losing a fight does not mean that you lose the whole war unless you quit. Okay, then you lost everything. So, but trading, we are not quitters. Of course not. We are traders, and traders really, really strong. And I know you are strong as well. So we never quit. Yeah, we will learn our lessons, and we go on and on and on. We learn and stick to the rules. And on the end, we will become successful all together. So let's see gold. Yeah. So I made a wonderful profit here. I trailed my hard stop here to make my money. Same time, I opened here a trade again in case that gold will continue. I'm in the 3rd trend arm. So let's see what happens next. Euro. Oh my gosh. Wonderful. Euro is coming down. It's like a crash in euro. Much more sellers here in euro. So I'm in profit with over 400 pips. I trailed my stop to the last 0.3. I love it. Yeah. Oh, by the way, that was what I want to talk about. Yesterday on Facebook, someone wrote, the classical trend following is dead. Really. I understand, because it's a kind of perception, and everybody has the right to have its own perception. So first question, what is a classical trend following? Is there an opposite to classical? Is there a modern trend following? So what's the difference? In my opinion, if you think in a logical way, there is just trend following. There is no difference between a classical and what? Modern? Major? I don't know. So And it's a kind of perception, but I know, because it's the logic beyond this, the time there is no trend anymore is the time where trading not longer exists. The time when we don't see trends anymore is the time the exchanges are closed. Then there is no trading anymore. Because if you really understand the logic of pure trading, then at the end, there must be a trend. Why is it? So what's the basement of trading? Buying and selling. So why do prices rise or fall? It's based on volume, right? Volume is responsible that prices are rising and prices falling. So that's the pure nature of trading. And therefore, in the order book, you just see those two numbers, price and volume. So, and traders are selling and buying, and experienced traders do sell cheap, buy cheap and sell expensive. And this repeatable behavior leads to what? Moves and moves to the opposite, which means it's a correction. And moves and corrections lead to what? To a trend. The moment you don't see a trend anymore is the moment exchanges are closed. There is no trading anymore. Think about this logic in trading. Yeah. So therefore, it's very often it's a question of time frame. Maybe in your time frame you don't see a trend, but that does not mean that there's no trend at all. And to be honest, in every time frame there is always a trend. But for that, to recognize this, you have to learn how to draw the trend in a logical way. As long as you don't learn this, you will not see the trend all the time. And then you have big problems, unless you trade with other strategies. But if you are a trend follower, for example, yeah, then you have to draw the trend perfectly. So I never blame other people. I don't do this anymore. But I was a little bit smiling, because if you read the books from Michael Covell, then you know, for example, that people every year or every couple of years, especially in really strange times and in really exhausting times, people used to say, trend following is not working anymore. Yeah. But to be honest, yesterday I got an email from USA, and one of the most famous funds, hedge funds in USA, which is a trend follower hedge funds, made from January to June 97%, 97, a hedge fund. It's not a small account, a hedge fund, 97%. Why? Yeah, trends are going down. Yeah, so trend following is still working. Think it through. Think it really through. Okay, let's talk about my running trades. I want to start with Arabica. And if you have any questions, feel free to type it in the chat box, please. And if you have people around you that are interested in trend following and in trading with strict rules, not guessing, not gambling, yeah, invite them to this Forex Morning Call. I'm looking forward, and I'm really grateful for this, that we can reach more people. So Arabica, we reached the next point 2. Actually, we see a new trend continuation. We are in a move. And that means when the market will open again in a couple of hours here on Admirals, then I can trail my stop into the profit, and then we are fine. I have an open trade in Aussie JPY. It's still a short position, and I'm waiting that we reach the point 2 or finally a trend continuation. We are here in the second trend arm, which means the second trend arm has the highest probability for a trend continuation. And if you see a trend continuation, then I can trail my stop loss into the profit, and everything is fine. Canadian JPY. Yeah, I'm a little bit in profit, 35 pips for the moment. Actually, I trailed my stop to make the trade safe. Same time, I realized we have a downtrend too, and this downtrend is in a second trend arm. So therefore, I set a pending order stop sell to the short side, because, you know, as a trend follower, you have to follow every trend and not to analyze, not to interpret, not to judge, something like this, just to follow the trend. Calculate your money, and your money must be in a stage or in a zone, I call it comfort zone, where the emotions never have an effect to your technical trading part, yeah, to your job. So we have Swiss JPY. Here it's in a second trend arm too. I open the trade here, stop loss above the last 0.3. Behavior is the same. When we reach 0.2 or we see a trend continuation, I start to trail the stop into the profit zone. Same here, Euro Pound, still second trend arm. Here I open the trade at the 0.2, yeah. And yeah, I will set here an alarm here at the last 0.3 with a question mark. Yeah, let's see if the price is going up, then I will cut the possible loss. Euro New Zealand dollar. Yeah, we are struggling. We have two positions open, still in profit, 644 pips. Here was a chance to go short, but I could see the price was not working, so I trailed my stop into the profit. I didn't lose money with this. Actually, yeah, I'm thinking about to open a new trade. Yeah, but it's a little bit, yeah, let's see, maybe here to open the trade here, sell stop, in case that we will see a final trend continuation to the lower side. So Pound Aussie, yeah, there are also two trades, short, that's the red one, and the long one. Yeah, I opened a trade here a couple of days before last week. I trade my stop closer, and I'm a little bit closer to my entry again. And two trends are in the second trend arm. So therefore, I must be prepared for both sides. And therefore, I have to set my pending order here again for a possible stop sell in case that the downtrend will continue. Pound JPY. I'm trading here in the red one. It's in the fourth trend arm. We were deep in the correction. Yeah, let's see if this trend will continue. I also realized that there is a new uptrend. So if the price turns around, then I have to open a pending order. I have to set a pending order for a possible long. So be prepared for both sides. You will never know which trend will continue. So dollar CAD, be careful. Tomorrow afternoon, we have a Canadian rate decision. So I have really a close eye on it. I really keep an eye on that. So my plan is, if you come to the last 0.2 or close to that, I will trail my hard stop into the profit. And finally, dollar JPY. Yeah, we see a trend continuation. You see, it's now the third trend arm. I trailed my stop loss closer because even in the third trend arm, I can make a re-entry again. But I take the money because, yeah, to bring the account back. Okay, so what's on my watch list for today? Let's start with Aussie Swiss. Aussie Swiss, second trend arm, stop buy order here, but also realizing there's a downtrend too. Euro JPY, yeah, I made wonderful money here, got out and opened the trade again in case that the trend will continue. If I reach the 0.2 again, I can trail my hard stop into the profit. Pound dollar, lovely. I trailed my stop loss here because I could see there was a big correction, but I also opened the trade again in case the trend will continue. looks like this one. Now I reached a point 2 again here, but the distance between my entry and the current price is too close. So let's wait if we see a trend continuation, and then I can trail my stop into the profit. Pound Swiss, waiting for a re-entry or waiting for the entry. It's the 4th trend arm. We are deep in the correction. There was no break of the trend, so it's my duty to set a pending order in case the trend will continue. And finally, crude oil in the 4th trend arm. So just waiting. If you see a trend continuation, I want to be a part of it. How far can oil go down? I don't know. And to be honest, I don't care. I'm a trend follower. We will see which one will continue. Guys, it was my part. Let's see. Let's handle DAX. Okay. There was not really a trend continuation here right now. So let's see, but just wait. Just wait what the price is doing. Yeah, maybe see falling prices. Yeah, I'm really interesting. If not, then I can trail the stop and cut the possible loss. Thank you very much, guys. It was my pleasure to work with you again in this Forex morning call on this July 12th. And I wish you right now a wonderful trading day. I hope you learned a little bit. If you have any questions, go to my homepage. There's a chat button. You can get in touch with me directly. And otherwise, we'll see each other tomorrow again. And don't forget, if you want to become successful, you should make a real education. I'm Markus Gabel from DowHow Trading, and below the videos, you will find the buttons to make your own education. Have courage and be kind, and may the force of the rules be with you. See ya tomorrow.